Hello everybody. This is John here. And today I'm recording this video. It's kind of like I'm gonna do a little sit down chat because it's been a while since I've done one of those videos. Like I think like it's been like since last March, I want to say, since I've done one of these videos. And the last time I kind of did it was actually it was January when I did that live stream. But anyways, today I wanted to record this video just because, well, if you guys remember today, well, if for the longtime viewers, today is the 5 year anniversary. No, it's not kind of. It is of the video that I uploaded called "Where I Have Been," and in that video I discussed that was kind of my return. I guess you could say a return to YouTube because at that time, and that was in 2020, when I didn't have internet for 2 weeks, like because we took out the modem. Yes, the modem we had to change it. Like they were charging us too much. Um, so that was an interest. I mean, I looked back on the video like I think yesterday or Friday, and it was so interesting to watch. Um, just because obviously, I mean, I'm the bed is the same, but obviously, but because it has been rearranged so much over the years of ever since, you know, like I guess since like 2019, I want to say, like maybe it's been changed around. Which side of the bed do I sleep in? Because originally it was there, and now it's here. So, and then also I can't really sit on my. I got a bigger mattress ever since like I got it at like the end of June of last year, so it's kind of interesting. But anyways, that's not what I'm gonna talk about. The reason I want to talk about this is I kind of want to go back to like a memory lane or just explain myself as to why these past 5/4 years or even like more recent years like 2021 have like it's more like a nostalgic thing because and listen that's gonna sound weird that I have nostalgia for 2020 or 2021 because first of all those years or well especially 2020 were really one of the worst years to live like in the real world is what I'm trying to say like because obviously many people were dying from corona like it's just a and that obviously was there was a lot there was a many reasons for that but I won't go into them because we're gonna get so political and I don't want to do that but no there were a lot of reasons for that and I mean I know I lost or well I mean I think I did lose some people during that time maybe I think in more recent years it's been I have lost a lot more people in my family, like from that don't live here, that live in Mexico. But it's like so, like it's been really. I don't know. It's hard because I didn't really. This is gonna sound weird, and maybe a little bit like it's because I didn't truly get to know them, and I think if I had, I would be more um caring is what I'm trying to and I guess there were certain days that I didn't feel like that in my books, and I know that, and I don't want to say that I'm devoid of empathy, like, because that's not what I'm trying to say, like, because I can be empathetic. It's just, I guess, because I am a lot of the time alone. It's it's hard sometimes. Like, I can try to be empathetic because it doesn't mean I can't cry. I mean, like just last, I was like literally crying so like I am able to be emotional it's just hard for me to be anyways back to the topic at hand for like why I am nostalgic for 2020 or 2021 or even more of the recent years I guess you could say so I'm not nostalgic for the pandemic per se because the pandemic itself isn't something good, like to be nostalgic. And I know nostalgia is a mind trick, like how Taylor says it, and I hate it here. Um, uh, because it tricks your mind into thinking, oh, that time actually was better, like, than what I'm living right now, when it really wasn't. Because if you try to go back, if you're going back to that time, you also have to deal with the fact that you are going to deal with the a lot of the bullcrap that you lived, essentially. So what? So it's gonna sound weird, but I'm not nostalgic. I'm not nostalgic for the pandemic itself, like, because it truly was bad. And I mean, isolation, a lot of boredom happened, like that is true. And sometimes boredom can be nice. It sounds weird, but a lot of boredom isn't. Like, that wasn't the nice part about it. Like, it truly wasn't. Like, it felt like, oh my god, I couldn't see anybody. Like, and the only person, and this is why I'm nostalgic for it. And I'm nostalgic for the fact that I had friends, like online friends, because my school friends, well, you know, I think the pandemic really separated us, my middle school friends, like, because a lot of them went to high school with me. It felt like the pandemic really separated us, like, especially, like, it happened in my sophomore year. So it was quite a tough challenge, because I couldn't see anyone, I couldn't talk to anyone. And even when I could, like, it was hard. It truly was. And or, well, I guess I didn't see anybody. I mean, I saw some people, but not, like, I didn't really talk, wasn't able to speak with them. Like, sometimes I would be able to, but not all the time, if that makes sense. Like, and, like, when we got to, like, our, I think, like, first time I really got to speak with them again was maybe like 2021, and then sometimes 2022. But, like, those were my, yeah, the classmates that I work with. We went to, well, we went to different sites. There was only one of my classmates who went to work with me, um, at a work site. It was just part of the program that, that my district, is still, obviously, is active. But it's, it was such an interesting time to leave. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm very rambly. I have no script, so I do apologize. But I'm not nostalgic. Like, when I say nostalgia, I'm nostalgic. Yeah, I'm nostalgic for, like, my friends, like the time that we were able to share together in such a bad, like, time, like, where we couldn't see anyone, we couldn't go out, where we couldn't work. I mean, my mom was able to work when she was in the pandemic, and that's why I I say a lot sometimes that, the pandemic treated, like, this household that I live in, like, quite actually a lot better, because my mom was able to work and during the pandemic. And but now, like, there's no, like, my mom can't have, like, is not able to get a job, like, and a lot of the cost of living is truly hard. Like, rent is not gonna be paid, like, on time, especially this next month, like. And that's hard, because we're and my dad is having, like, he doesn't have a um a job. Well, he doesn't have a safe, like, a secure job that is, like, it's been like 2 years since he's had that, like, in 2023. So, like, it's tough. And my brother doesn't really want to work, I think. And that's why this summer I'm gonna, like, I normally, during my summers, I like to take a break from school, because you know I really don't want to. I mean, summer school hasn't been a thing since, like, for me anyways, since, I think, ever since I entered high school. And I don't, I mean, it's called extended school year, but that's kind of the same thing. You have classes and then you work. Hold on, guys. I think, um, we got it. I think we're good. Um, that's why there are extended. Well, you have classes and then you work. I think that's how it works, because I've never had them. Like, this is my third year, and I mean, I was supposed to leave, like, last year, but there were many circumstances as to why, many reasons as to why I couldn't do that, and I think I'm gonna have to stay one more year, and you know that's that, I guess. Um, But yeah. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is 2020, and I think during during that time, I was able to talk with my friends. We were able to have good conversations, even though sometimes we would get into like really adult stuff. Mind you, yeah, and yeah, and no, I don't. And when we say that, when I'm saying that, it's kind of hard to admit it because I'm not gonna delve into that because people are gonna think something else, which it really wasn't. And but anyways, we were able to have fun during those times. We were able to have conversation, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it feels like it feels like I feel like I've outgrown certain I questioned myself like literally this like 2 months ago that there were things that happened like the conversations that like I couldn't hold conversations with like a lot of them really. Like I think because I've been so far away from them and so much has changed in the channel that was like that it feels like they're different people and obviously people change. Like it's not like you're gonna see the same person forever and ever. Like people do change. People get new habits and get new jobs, go like life goes on. Like it's not like it's stagnant for you. But I think because of the pandemic, because a lot of my kids, people my age, went had their um school years, like I guess like a lot of my school life was like high school years were kind of ripped away from me because of the pandemic, and I think that's why I'm so stuck. Um, sorry guys. Uh, it's so. Anyways, I think that's why I am so nostalgic sometimes because the pandemic did take a lot away from us. Like my kids, people my age, like we were able to have a full high school experience. My brother graduated during the pandemic. It was his last year, and a lot like he had to really take himself seriously because I don't want to say too much because that's his business, not mine. I mean, I know, but I'd rather not say too much anymore, much more. But like for me, like it just like I really had to give it my all, especially my junior year and my senior year. Like it was really, really, like and a lot of like it really just felt like the pandemic took a lot away from me, and I think that's why even before the pandemic, like I wasn't much of a person that goes outside. I still am not, like I really am not, which um there's a lot of things that are going on in my life that are going to be, I think, beneficial, but it just feels right now that there's a lot of like a lot of division, um um chaos. Of course, if like what's happening here in the US, but I'm not, again, not gonna go into that. um it's just hard. Like I think that's why, and I feel like a lot of the friends I haven't spoken with them. Like I think because I don't know reason. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason why, but I mean, some I feel like I've outgrown, or like I feel like I've outgrown, and I feel like I'm overstaying my welcome at this point. Like, and that's, and I'm having a hard time grappling with that. I had a hard time grappling with that when the thought came into my mind at first, because I thought, well, maybe it's be, it's because of me. Like, maybe I'm just acting too closed off. Like, it feels like my heart has been closed off to these people. Like, and it's not as open as it used. Like, and I think that's one of my fears is that with friendships, I feel like they only last me a few years, maybe. Like, it depends on the time, but after a while, it feels like I get kind of bored. It just like it feels like that's the feeling I get. It's like, and I know it's not their fault. Like I think it's that it's definitely my fault as well. Like, and it's just I don't like sometimes like communicating is really hard. Like, asking for help is really hard. Like I can't, it's just I'm just a shy person. it's hard for me to be brave. Like even like with games that have taught me like voice acting, like I still haven't pursued that. Like even after all these years, because I think don't have. You don't need to have the right equipment to be a voice actor or a singer, even like of the sort. Like it feels like college life. It isn't for me. And I think that's what. And I think that's why I'm so stuck on staying in the past, like staying for that nostalgia, even though that past didn't wasn't good. Like it had a lot of there was a lot of bloodiness that came with it. Like it truly like it's hard to and and sometimes it's hard for me to talk about like years that are far back, like 2017 or something, like 2018, something like that. And even like I know 2015 will be 10 years. But it's hard for me to think of that because I felt like I lived that time. Like it's especially like 2017 to 2018. Like it doesn't feel like those years feel still really recent compared to like maybe 2014 or something. So it's, and 2020 and 2021, like it's hard for me to kind of grapple with the fact that these years are passing on. Like I can't and I can't I can't do any, like I have to keep living, of course. Like it's just life goes on, like, and I just have to do what I can realistically. um um but I know obviously that, yeah, life goes on. I will obviously find new friends, I hope, anyway, like make connections still, like even if it's hard for me to bring my walls down, like it is possible. It is, I have to believe that there are people out there that I will connect with even after I leave my like school program and am able to find a job, even if it is like a kind of like one of those jobs that you work in like a store, a retail store, maybe the office. I don't know. Like they, like I still believe that they're like I can accomplish my dreams. Like I have to believe that, like, because otherwise, well, what's the point if like if it's if I'm in a job that I'm not happy with? Like sometimes you gotta make sacrifices. You gotta take risks, and I guess it's hard for me, right? Um, but anyways, I wanted to I guess I'm gonna end it on that note. Like, sorry for the rambliness of all this. Because the moral of the story is that I think nostalgia is my strength. Like, it really, really is. Like, because I reminisce on the good times we had, but I obviously have to remember that it wasn't all good. Like, it really and truly wasn't. And I hope that people I hope that I'm not the only one who feels this about the pandemic. Like, if you had online friends that you could lean into, or just your real life friends that you were able to talk to remotely, like if you had that, like, please tell me in the comments, like, that I'm not the only one that's going crazy over this. Like, because I want to know what your perspective is on this. Like, if not that I get many comments, but I want to know. So, anyways, as always, guys, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Um, let me know what else you like apart from my covers of Taylor Swift. What else you would like to see? And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.